And there's a huge contrast. You got one guy who's been playing for 10 over in the form of Zigzag, who maybe should be running for president. He's memorized all the USA phone codes. I think we'd have a better America with Zigzag as president.
Zigzag for president.
Yes.
Orlando versus Zig. This is one of my more anticipated games because no one really knows much about Orlando in the scene besides what his performance was in the Americas. But I think he has had the most time to practice for the World Cups since he qualified in February.
Right. Yeah.
But Zigzag also.
Which is an interesting prospect because sometimes you qualify too early and then it's not indicative of how good you are right now. But we know that Orlando's been grinding.
Yep, exactly. So this will be a good game. Both players did win their first game, so this momentum will be important for both players. Round 1 starts now in moving Orlando versus Zigzag. Lock in, Launders, and this will be hype.
Yeah, I'm going to lock in, and I can tell you right now this is not America.
Nope.
Because it's obviously also, I don't want to say South or North Africa and get it wrong again, but it's going to be one of the two.
Yep. Central.
Damn it! It's Central again. Okay.
Kenya here.
No,
getting for we do have a sign.
But we don't have the dead giveaway on the car, Trevor. What's the deal?
The dead giveaway is there. It's just not the dead giveaway that you're looking for.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We don't have the nozzle come out of the car.
Yeah, the snorkel.
The snorkel.
Looks like Orlando's using his information. Republic of Kenya. That's always helpful. Slightly more east of Zigzag. Shouldn't be too many points without any multis.
It's pretty chill to get warmed up on Kenya.
Yeah.
Just have a nice early round on Kenya. All good. Make sure the mouse is working.
83.
83 points. But a win is a win here for Zigzag.
A win's a win, but what's not a win is round 2. It looks like, I think if I remember correctly on Zigzag's weakness card there, he did have Thailand. This does look like...
I'm going to fact check you right now.
The land of Thai.
Most challenging countries, Thailand, Switzerland, and South Korea. That's where Zigzag doesn't want to be.
Switzerland and Thailand are both beautiful countries.
Yeah, physically, he does want to be there.
Yep.
Just not online.
So immediately region guesses here. Let's go for some region guesses here. Launders?
Yes. In my opinion, this is closer to Chiang Mai than it is Bangkok.
I would agree.
Because,
I'm going to make a province call out here.
Okay, go for it.
I'm going to say it's either Chiang Rai or Nan, but I think it's more likely Nan here.
Could you see the temple of Chiang Rai in the distance if you were looking closely enough?
But did it really just pass a sign? But
look at this truck. This truck's carrying information. It's off to the west slightly.
He's just central.
Wait, where is that? Oh, just central, just splitting it. Go a little north, Zigzag. Trust us.
Back to the beginning. Going a different direction. Going back to the sign, seeing if anything's readable.
Those some Chiang Mai bins? No.
He's going,
he's going south, east. A little bit, but who's correct? It was a little bit more north. Get me up there.
There you go. 290.
And what's that area right there?
That is Nan.
Nan, okay. Great bread.
Count 3. That's a Paula joke.
We're both Indian, so.
Okay. I didn't say that.
All right, well, welcome to Orlando's favorite region, America.
True.
And it's not where Trevor grew up in Arkansas. It's more like South Carolina.
I'm not too sure here, actually. It does look interesting. And Zigzag will be looking for area codes here because he did.
We got streets. We got construction companies.
Is that an Ohio plate? Actually,
bracket builders.
Can't see. 937 Ohio. We do have Ohio guess here. I think that was an Ohio plate. So both players get Ohio.
Yeah, they're both up by Columbus. I see. Okay. And Dayton versus Columbus. Columbus wins. And who was that just won? It was Zigzag beating out Orlando in America, of course. Did he have any phone code?
Closer there.
Orlando.
And they did have a phone code, but we also had plates. I think different players used separate there. Round 4. 2.5x damage. Zigzag's locking in. I'm standing up. Orlando's locked in. Let's move.
Oh, let's get going. Let's see what's going on. Trying to get the back of a sign. Got to go a little bit farther. Sometimes it is good to just start moving. Oh, we got some language. We got some. Any address? No.
Both players are getting to this main road for Zigzag here is a big advantage. So he can look for the road number.
South Central America.
It's Argentina.
Argentina, okay.
Should be the case. It looks like
Chase
Orlando is still on a dirt road, which is not what he wants to see. And we do see...
Ooh, there's a highway sign.
And that is
Pedro
massive.
Buenos Aires, right there.
There you go.
230 kilometers away.
And that will be, if Orlando does not find a sign, he is getting to more urban area, but only 10 seconds left. And they do end up close outside Rosario.
Pretty damn close. Did Zigzag get the same sort of road information? Did he get the signs?
So Zigzag found the sign. Orlando didn't, but Orlando was closer.
Okay, couldn't 5K that one, but it's still good damage. So I guess when you see, what do you do when you see 230 kilometers away?
Yeah, you just 230 kilometers away.
Yeah, but you're just in a in a radius. You're kind of just guessing in a radius around that area. All right, they couldn't zone in on it, and
Orlando only taking like very, very few, 80 points. Round 5. We have the black and white stripe pole here.
Still in the middle of the move game right now. Up into the mountains.
Mountains.
Bit of altitude sickness here.
There's a pivotal sign there in Peru.
Oh man, yeah. All right.
Zigzag is reading it.
Orlando's looking for a view. More specifically, a sign.
Zigzag locked in 15 seconds
that was
on the
quick.
clock.
Does that mean that he's trying to pressure?
Usually you're confident if you guess that quick. And similar areas once again.
Oh, so close together. Basically touching Zigzag. Closer though, just a bit. And that'll be some extra damage to help him even up. Actually, that takes a dent out of Orlando. And again, sometimes you don't realize how much this early damage matters later on.
Exactly. Especially if you get into round 10, where it's neck and neck and you just need a couple hundred points to survive.
Round 10, you're mud wrestling.
Round 6 could be bigger points here, as we look like we're going to be in a Russia here. Black car, long antenna, Cyrillic.
Okay. But does this mean it's Western Russia if there's just more stuff going on? Or are you immediately just like, okay, well, it's a little bit more urbanized, maybe? It's obviously still pretty
you get
rural.
Urban areas kind of all throughout.
All throughout, okay.
We do have the hills here, which is quite interesting.
Oh.
Looking at the different types of antenna, you see them zoom in on the antenna there, and the different ridges on the antenna tell what type, and it's in different parts of Russia. It's a good indicator. But both players...
I feel like Orlando's about to tie his shoes. He was looking at the road. Feel like he was about to do some sort of lineup. That would be very impressive, obviously.
Would be.
But instead, he decides to hit the gas pedal, go down the street a bit.
Both players looking...
Who can read Cyrillic?
I assume both of them can at this point. We have 13 seconds left. No player has opened up the map yet.
Yeah, that's pretty intense.
And this is 3.5 extent in Russia.
Pressure. Yeah, there could be a lot of damage
the
here.
mountain range would probably end up... Yeah, both of them are going to be pretty close for mountain range.
We're way east. We're way east. We're beyond the Himalayas, north side Mongolia here, inside of Russia, and it was, in general, the right location. And just because Russia's that big, it still will grant an extra 500 damage for Orlando to Zigzag. And that matters. We're down to 3,900 now for Zigzag as we creep up to the final rounds.
Round 7, and that could have been game there. Both players kind of probably happy that they went away from that unscathed.
Yeah, and now we're East Asia again, Trevor. So Southeast, and we're not talking about Thailand again, are we?
We won't be talking Thailand.
We won't be
talking back to the Philippines pavement, looks like.
Oh, it's the Philly roads, Philly streets. Not to be confused with Philadelphia streets.
Facts.
We'll clear that up every time. I mean, if you thought this was Philadelphia, I've got a bridge to sell you, so don't worry about it. But
how much?
The Brooklyn Bridge, $5,000 cash.
Sold.
Ding. All right, we've got to lock in. We haven't had...
Zigzag hasn't really moved that much from his initial
also
pan.
hasn't popped that map open just yet. Now he'll finally do
Luzon.
it. Oh, he's going a little farther up. Santiago. Close to...
Big points for someone. It goes to Orlando.
Ooh, massive for Orlando. What a find. 1,000-point discrepancy with the multiplier, and it is
16.
Almost death here for Zigzag. 16 points, still walking. Limping, but still walking.
Wow. What is the strategy for if you're at Orlando here? Let's move in the next round, round 8.
I would be guessing within seconds, Trevor. That's what I would.
I almost
would
disagree.
be slamming the plonk right
Do
now.
you just take every second possible just to get the exact, close? If you're maybe.
Yeah, I guess that would be Zigzag's strategy, just to put pressure on. But at the same time, how much does he believe in himself in the area that we're at? I mean,
both players will know it's Mexico. And we do see Zigzag.
Man, it's fast. It's fast for Orlando.
But now Orlando's 50 extra seconds. He just needs one closer guess.
Yeah, okay, and yeah, like you said, maybe Orlando taking some extra
He's right
time,
there.
no big deal, and he's super close. But who could be closer? 16 points means he could be a centimeter closer and end up winning, and he isn't.
No.
Zigzag will stay alive. Oh, no, wait, what?
Orlando.
Wait, that's closer?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. That'll be the last of it for Zigzag.
Mercator projection.
Yeah, Mercator projection edge.
Yep.
Mercator meta.
And that was devastatingly close, but it's not over yet. It is a best of 3.
Oh.
And
Yes.
wow.
And you see Zigzag's trying to keep the mood high, keep locked in, because that was still very close in the end. And you know what? You can't beat yourself up about it because it's still only 1 or 2 guesses that makes the massive difference inside of the game. He knows that he stayed toe-to-toe throughout most of that match here with Orlando.
Exactly. And this goes back into, I would give Zigzag the advantage here in the no move games. It's kind of his strong suit, no move and NPZ, but Orlando is so talented that this is, you can't predict anything here.
And maybe we can give Zigzag in America.
Yeah.
Another America.
Yeah, he did. Both the players did get Ohio right there.
Oh,
though,
that's
so.
right. Yeah, there was the Columbus face-off.
Face off. Game 2.
They play hockey there.
Round
so.
1. No move.
No move.
Shall we?
Yeah. No move. Don't even think about it, guys.
1 360 panorama is all we get.
What
Start round.
That's some interesting sentiment that they've got right beside them.
Yep, both players.
Could this be America? Is there any chance in the world?
It's America, but like not. So like
But,
New
like,
Zealand.
Oh, with New Zealand. That's another state, right? That's one more state. You got Hawaii,
it's a
New
51st.
Zealand, so
Yeah. We do have a Christchurch hover here by Orlando. He's locking it in.
but isn't sometimes when you go mid New Zealand, you're just kind of hedging because people have trouble with north and south?
Yeah, it's a little bit. But with these massive mountains here, you probably want to distinctly
Go
flick south.
More south.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I would say if it looks like you want a vacation there, go South Island.
South Island.
Nice. Okay.
Is that where the Lord of the Rings scenes were shot? South Island,
not
probably.
the guy to ask, but
Not the guy to ask.
gotta ask now.
I heard you didn't even know what Transformers was. It Transformers?
Who told you
Yeah,
that?
Paula. I watched every second of every VOD of the qualifier, so I know
right.
everything that you don't want me to know about you, Trevor.
Wow. But do you know this location? I can tell you.
1,000%. That bridge is very famous.
We have a beautiful location here, I would say.
I think you'd be objectively correct.
South Korea.
South Korea.
And-
It's the train to Busan. That's where I saw this bridge.
Yeah, I'm actually not familiar with this. Is it actually?
I might have trolled you, Trevor.
Right,
Might have
right
got
as Zigzag zooms in there, he goes to Busan. So
Yeah,
now,
that's that. Maybe it did. It was that movie.
both players scanning for a bridge north with this water. I mean, there's lots of coast in South Korea find this bridge. But Zigzag scanning east coast here, and Orlando is on the west coast. It is South Korea. South Korea is a small country, so and Zigzag moves over to the west.
But it's dense, it's complicated. And they are actually somewhat far, but you know what? Maybe equidistant far apart.
Yep.
We're talking, well, still a couple 300 points of damage here, at least a little bit. Takes the edge off here for Zigzag.
As we move into round 3.
This puts him in the lead, at least. As the
Barely.
man who is down a round. Yeah.
Just 40 points here difference. Round 3, we get 1 through 60 panorama.
Oh, man, we're on a safari.
Potentially.
There's animals.
There's animals. I don't know if they're willingly on the safari with us, but
Are they ever? Rain.
maybe. Looks like a Sri Lanka here.
I think they're paid actors.
Yeah, I think they're. Yeah, GeoGuessr paid them to be there.
Okay.
These are Sri Lankan cows.
Sri Lankan cows. There's some new meta. Breaking
Orlando.
ground here.
Will he also go Sri Lanka? Okay, he scared me for a second.
Yeah, he
Into-
almost. He did the fake out a little
Yeah.
bit. That was for the viewers at home.
Seen that before.
We weren't going to fall for that.
Not today.
Everyone knows it's Sri Lanka. High frequency is Sri Lanka.
Round 4. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Sri Lanka is a small country.
Oh,
small
what
country,
is
builds
this
small
interesting topography here? These are, I'm not going to say it's Sweden because it's obviously not. But Sweden has some similar topography where they cut out the rocks on the roads and they make streets. And where else has this? Rain. Where else besides Sweden? Because this is obviously not Sweden.
points. Yeah, this is not. That was confusing. I thought that lamppost was on top of that.
Oh wow, advanced civilization.
I can't tell if it is. Okay.
That's pretty insane. that someone climbed up there.
Looks like Mexico to me, but
Yeah, actually, that sign right there, that feels like it's more in the west, right? The circle, the red circle around the 24.
Yeah, it should be. There's a world where it's not. But
This is a crazy place.
yeah, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool. I'm not sure what's going on here. We have a Durango guess here by Orlando, locked in. We haven't seen Brazil yet.
Durango. Okay. And just above Mexico City will be, it looks like Zigzag's lock, and obviously you don't want to go too close to the city because we're definitely a little rural. Oh my God, that is absolutely correct in a big way. Massive damage. 4,100 for Zigzag. This is his best lead so far, by far. And now, after keeping his emotions in a good place after round 1, it looks like it's paid off. He's showing that he can step to Orlando.
Round 5. That is a big shift there. 1,500 points to the left.
Can a round be won here?
Definitely can.
Whoa.
Either
okay.
way, you never really know in the Philippines.
Wow.
Looks like we might have some tuk-tuks there. Usually tuk-tuks are regional in the Philippines, so we might see both players zoom in there. Other than that,
This is pretty sweet. Could we get a road lineup potentially?
probably not a road
No,
lineup.
that's too much to ask.
You're asking a lot here. Is it ever lose on? What do you do here? Both players taking their time looking.
They have alligators out here. They made their way over this far.
You see a
to
lose on.
Malaysia.
Both players, minimal points potentially if they stay there.
Looks like they're agreeing on it a bit, but Zigzag still, I mean, feels like an atypical location. Orlando just a bit farther south than him. Are they going to stay on the same island? It seems like not, but close enough anyways.
Pretty close. They're pretty close.
This might not matter, but at the same time, it's round 5.
If Orlando, if Zigzag
Oh,
gets
they're getting farther apart.
So they're definitely moving further. If Zigzag gets a good
What
guess
are we
here,
talking
in
about?
between the two.
Oh man, this has been a common thing where they've almost been equidistant,
Yeah.
you know, apart in different directions.
If you click Manila there, you win. Round 6.
Let that be a lesson to you. Biggest city, click on it.
When in doubt, capital it out.
Yeah, capital it out, right. Oh man, this is lush.
Very lush.
This is lush, but it's also Eastern Europe in a lush way.
Yeah. Very European.
Very European, but
Russian
not too
to me.
far north, more east.
Yeah, looks Russian.
Russian?
Looks like it. I'm trying to. I wonder if it's ever that one city.
When is it not, you know, if it's Russia or if it's Western Russia or if it's Eastern Ukraine or something, when is it not?
When is it?
Well, how do you know if you're getting more east?
You just look at the copyright.
Oh, the copyright.
No,
That's how you do it. But what do you do if you're just out there
Perm.
in person? You can't see a copyright. Oh, wait, that's a bit farther north.
Zigzag.
Oh, that is money.
NMPZ.
What a pick out of Zigzag, and we have unlocked NMPZ. Very nicely done for Zigzag. Wipes out Orlando on this round. That's huge. Couple of good guesses, and I'd say they showed equal strength now between the first 2 rounds.
That was a, yeah. And we're going back to NMPZ where you have to give the upper edge here to Zigzag. Where if you have ever seen him practice for the World Cup, all he does mainly playing GeoGuessr is just spam NMPZ games. So it would be pretty devastating, I think, for him if he did end up losing the NMPZ here.
Which also, I mean, that's kind of scary, right? Because NMPZ, that's got to be the most nerve-wracking. I mean, it can in some ways probably be more relaxing. I mean, you tell me, if you can hedge more often on NMPZ or you know your opponent's not going to 5K as much,
Yep.
at least you're not playing blinky on moving and know that you've
True.
got a 5K or you lose.
It is more up in the air. It's not a matter of how many good guesses can you get. Can you just get the country every time, really?
Get the country every time. Okay, let's see if they
Speaking
can go.
of round 1, let's take a look together here.
We're looking for a country streak.
Round 1, let's observe. Was ist das?
This is Germany?
No, I was just... Round 1, let's start. I'm going to see what both players here think. My immediate thought was it could be like Argentina.
Argentina.
Like South Argentina on one of those roads. I think
Whoa, talk about
I think
South.
Zigzag zooming into the exact road down here, actually. I think
No.
it's this road. I think it's one of these white roads.
Oh my God, he knows it. He's seen it before, hasn't he?
The
He's
vegetation
seeing
here is-
something
the
he's seen
vegetation is-
before.
the veg-
Zigzag's tying his shoes.
It's pretty distinct vegetation that's south, so I think he will be right. I think it could be one of these roads right there that he's pointing at too.
Locked
and
in
we
with
just
the
see an
lineup.
east. I think Zigzag just gets 4,000 points here.
This could hurt. This could hurt bad. It's going to be nearly full damage here. 4,900 down on Orlando. Zigzag with the comeback of the day so far. Unreal stuff. 1,000 to go for Orlando. Full pressure on him here in round 3.
Round 2. You never want to be the person that gets 2-rounded. We've all been there.
I wouldn't know anything about it.
Nope. Same. Round 2, 1.5x. This Carbler would point us to...
Wait, Zigzag so fast with it. So fast in Senegal. Orlando, what are we talking about, man? I don't think we have the same kind of confidence.
I think it might be
Nigeria here?
I think it might be Nigeria.
Oh, it is. Oh, no. He kind of gives him back a lot of damage. With the multiplier and wins. No!
The reverse second round!
Oh my God, Orlando with the Nigeria gets crushed Zigzag. And you said don't get second rounded.
I wasn't talking to Zigzag.
Oh my God.
I've never, Launders, in the years that I've been doing this, I've never seen a reverse second round like that.
I just had no idea that was going to be possible at all. Wow, the confidence as well in the Senegal zoom from Zigzag.
It does look like Senegal, but...
Wow, look at it. Look at the elation right here. I mean, you think you're on death's doorstep, right? You're about to lose the round for sure. And we've got Orlando trying to hold back the emotions right now. Let him flow, my friend.
Brazil
you have
mentioned.
done yourself well. That is pretty amazing. I mean, I've casted less GeoGuessr than you, but I haven't seen anything like that.
6,051 points.
Crazy.
If
round
he,
2.
if he, the guess in Nigeria that he had, even if he went Abuja, we would go into round 3 right here. Wow. I don't know what to say to that.
That was insane, man.
Wow.
Orlando, I mean, he was just thinking, well, I got a long day ahead of me. I got like 6 more rounds to climb back. I'm going to get a few hundred here, a few hundred there, and maybe round 7, 8, 9, 10, I'll get a few thousand damage. Instead, we got Orlando winning reverse round 2 after what looked like a comeback from Zigzag, and now we've got to go to the floor for an interview and a few words with him.
You're absolutely right, Launders. Orlando, that was a crazy NMPZ. Can you just run us through exactly what happened?
Yeah, so basically it was a 2-rounder, and then the first round, it was in southern Argentina, near Ushuaia, and when the round popped up, I was like, damn, it didn't came to my mind, and it's one of those things, if you don't think about it, you don't get it right. So I didn't think about it, and I was completely wrong. And then I think on the second round, Zigzag tried to put on the pressure and send fast, and he ended up missing the country. So I took advantage of it. Obviously, I got it correct, and luckily, it was all it took to win.
After the first round, I assume you were very worried. Then how it transpired in round 2, I imagine then you started feeling more hopeful again, a big mix of emotions. What was going through your head between round 1 and 2?
Yeah, it was a lot of emotions, and I was like, damn, I know I'm weaker than Zigzag on paper on an MPZ, so I was like, starting off like this, I'm probably going to be hard to come back. But yeah, I got it.
Yeah, were you surprised that it went all 3 game modes? I mean, you took moving, then dropped the ball in NM, and that's sort of your preferred game mode.
Yeah, true. So I knew I had a little bit of advantage on moving, and so I was like, okay, I need to win this in 2 games, because if I go to an MPZ, it's going to be rough. So I was happy when I won the moving game, and I was like, okay, now I need to close it out. But then on the Mexico round, I did a big blunder. I realized after I guessed that it was not that north, it was more southern, and Zigzag had a very good guess, so it punished me very badly. But yeah, so my mindset got a little bit shook right there, but luckily I was able to come back.
Orlando, great start for you here at the World Cup. I'm going to let you go shortly. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to the fans watching at home?
Yeah, guys, okay, let's go. I'm with 2 wins right now, so it's getting closer to the quarterfinal qualification, so let's keep the rooting going on, and hopefully I can make it.
Orlando, thank you for your time. Congratulations once again. Desk, back to you.